What's up, guys? Zeenigami here, and let's talk about characters. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna get to Katakuri last, because we gotta talk about Katakuri for quite some time. So Katakuri, you go dead last, my friend. Before Katakuri, we have a new Sanji and a new Zoro on Global. They are red and blue. We're gonna go through these a little quickly. So Sanji and Zoro, good captain abilities, boost attack of red and blue by 275, boost health, lowers chance of getting Psy orbs, makes red and blue count as beneficial for red and blue, and if there's a red or blue and Psy on your team, boost chain by 1.5. And Sanji special gains damage threshold reduction, so that's like Barto's special, Raid Boss Barto's special. Changes all orbs, including block orbs, into quick orbs. If they have debuff protection or delay prevention, then you'll get a 2 times orb boost for red and blue characters for 2 turns, or a 1.75 times orb boost for 2 turns. So it's not even that he doesn't give you orb boost, he just gives you a stronger orb boost if they have debuff or delay prevention. So let's remember, Sanji, red and blue characters, damage reduction, orb boost, quick orbs. That's what Sanji does. Zoro is a perfect friend to Sanji, because Zoro also is a red and blue captain, but with int instead of Psy. His special ability locks orbs for 1 turn, changes blue and green, remember those blue orbs, into matching orbs, so you now have all matching orbs. If they have debuff or delay prevention, then he boosts the attack of strength and quick characters for 2 turns by 2 times, 1.75 times to 2 times otherwise. So between Sanji and Zoro, you have possibly 2 times attack boost, 2 times orb boost for quick and strength. You have fully matching orbs, lock those orbs for 1 turn, and damage reduction for 2 turns. So that's all you need. Zoro and Sanji, a bunch of red and blue characters, great team altogether. These characters are going to be rare recruit characters. They may be limited time characters. These are the Knights Zoro and Knight Sanjis, but they are dang nice. At the least, you can use them as a sub. Use them as a sub, maybe on a character that has 1 blue and 1 red captain. You know, if we talk later about someone who has 1 blue and 1 red character, you can make like a blue and red team. We'll talk about that right there. That's a secret. Shh. We have Sengoku Garp. Sengoku Garp is the newest raid boss out on Global, dual character. Captain ability boosts attack of fighters by 2.25 times and health by 1.2 times, and either makes int beneficial for fighters or makes dex beneficial for fighters. Also boosts his own attack by 3 times if he is Garp, I think. Whenever you use their dual character or whenever you use their special ability, they will boost fighters by 3 times, which is amazingly great. And also boost their own attack by 4 times, and makes green, purple, recovery, and tandem orbs beneficial for fighter characters. Super good. Super good dual character captain ability, especially for free to play. Nicest thing about this is that they are a 3-turn transformation. So when you use their special ability, removes all positive buffs. This is like Big Mom or Cavendish. Reduces the spare duration by 2 turns. Boosts attack of fighters by 175. Boosts their orbs by 175. And changes into Sengoku Garp for 3 turns. So you get fighter attack boost, fighter orb boost, and 3 turns of that 4 times attack boost for themselves and 3 times for all fighters. Really nice fighter captain for free to play especially. So that's pretty solid. Apologies, I am sick right now, so I sound a little nasally, which is great. We have the new Ambush Lin. So Ambush Lin or Ambush Young Big Mom. Captain ability boosts attack of driven and powerhouse characters by 2.75 times. Makes recovery orbs count as beneficial for driven and powerhouse characters. Special ability is where it's at though. So Lin reduces attack down, bind, and despair by 6 turns. That's really nice. Attack down is kind of rare, or attack down removal is kind of rare. Bind and despair for 6 turns. It's a lot of bind and despair reduction. So for a lot of teams, that will be effectively 9 to 10 turns of bind and despair reduction. Depends on if you can pass a turn for like a zombie team. Changes her orb and adjacent orbs into recovery orbs. And boosts the attack of driven and powerhouse characters by 1.75 times after the 12th hit on the chain for 3 turns. So if you're using a regular team where everyone's about a 4-hit combo, then you can expect Lin to boost the last 2 characters on your team by 1.75 times for 3 turns, which is all right. If you have a higher combo team, We also don't know what combo Linlin is. If Linlin has a 6 combo or more, then it's going to be boost the third, 4th, 5th, and 6th characters on your team by 175 times for 3 turns, which is pretty nice. 3-turn attack boost is always nice to have, especially since that lets you use it on stage 3 or stage 4 and on stage 5. And if you use it as a sub on a lot of teams, if they have 6-hit captains, then that's all you need right there. We have the new 6+ Nekomamushi and 6+ Inuarashi. We're going to start with Nekomamushi. A lot of people are a little disappointed in 6+ Nekomamushi. 6+ Nekomamushi did not get that big of an upgrade. Captain ability, the only thing that changes is now he boosts the chance of getting primary colored orbs. Now, this is probably a fairly good chance of getting primary colored orbs. You're almost never going to see recovery or tandem orbs if you're using a double Nekomamushi team, which is nice. But you often don't get in too much trouble with that anyways. Nekomamushi teams really suffer by teams that give you orb blinking or give you block orbs and lock your orbs or anything like that. So, or forces you to get all tandem orbs. Like if you use orb manipulation, gives you all tandem orbs. That's where Nekomamushi really gets in trouble. And the captain ability doesn't really fix that. His special ability now also reduces bind and attack down durations by 3 turns, and still makes those primary color orbs count as beneficial for striker characters. Once again, doesn't really fix Nekomamushi's problem, where Nekomamushi's real problem was that if you give him tandem, recovery, block orbs, no orbs, anything like that, he just dies. And this doesn't fix that. I would have liked to see maybe like orb locking, so that way you can use Shirahoshi special, use Nekomamushi special, so that way you can lock those rainbow orbs that Shirahoshi gives you. Would have liked to see someone get rid of orb bind for the first time. That would have been nice. Even if it's like reduces orb bind duration by 2 turns. Someone who finally gets rid of orb bind duration, that would have been nice. Anything that kind of helps fix Nekomamushi's problem, where if you have the orb manipulation, he just kind of like dies. So at least you do have it as bind and attack down duration remover, so you can use him as a sub for those kind of things, but not really the kind of upgrade that Nekomamushi is looking for. Inuarashi got a much better upgrade. 6+ Inuarashi goes from a 2.75 times cerebral captain to a 3 times cerebral captain, and still does the same chain boosting below 30%. His special ability now still cuts your health, but he also cuts enemies' health by 20%. Any sort of enemy health cut is always nice. And he now deals 130 times character's attack as additional typeless damage for 1 turn. That's Sabo special. That is a way more damage. You're going to be doing over 1 million damage just from Inuarashi's special ability and the health cut as well. The big weakness of Inuarashi is that, unfortunately, this 130 times character's attack as typeless damage is baby stuff. Because we have a new OP character. We have new OP bullshit in OPTC, and we're going to get to that last. And you guys already know what it is. You're just waiting for me to start ranting about it, because I am too. We have Strusen. Strusen is a strength captain. Special ability removes poison. Reduces bind and despair by 5 turns. Changes tandem, block, bomb, and battle matching orbs into recovery, and makes red, yellow, and recovery orbs beneficial for 3 turns. So he's just basically your orb manipulator character for whichever team you want to throw him on. Strength, slasher, or driven characters. Slasher driven works with new Katakuri. Just solid orb manipulation, also bind and despair removal, and poison remover if you need that. None of these support abilities are really that important. You have support abilities like supports Lin, Pudding, and Sanji. It's nice, but not really that important. We have Mont d'Or. Mont d'Or is a strength and psi character, or strength and psi captain. Heals you by 700 at the end of each turn, and depending on how, if you hit perfects or misses, then you do either 2 times or 275 times attack. His special ability reduces percent damage reduction, that's the rainbow shield, increased defense, that's the blue shield, for 4 turns, reduces silence, increased damage taken and burn durations by 4 turns. This is going to make him really nice, because he does have silence reduction. Anyone with silence reduction as a sailor ability and silence reduction as a special is going to be great. So he is already solid, especially with additional stuff. So he just gets rid of a lot of really bad, nasty debuffs. If your captain is red or yellow, boost the color affinity of red or yellow by 1.75 times for 1 turn. So Mont d'Or is great. Super good. He's an affinity booster. He gets rid of some really nasty debuffs, especially Silence, which is always so nasty. And of course has Silence Reduction himself. Super great character. We have Thumpy. Thumpy is heals recovery at the beginning of each turn, so you could put recovery candies. I also want to mention that we now have support abilities. If you look up support abilities in a database, underneath my face here, there is a search for recovery boosting support characters. Recovery boosting support characters are pretty good targets for giving recovery candies. So let's say our new Strusen, who boosts health and recovery, you could give them health and recovery if you intend on using them as a support character. So that way they can give 12% of that health and recovery to whoever they're supporting. Now, generally, you still want to do attack and health, but if there are characters that you know you're never going to use, and they boost recovery of characters, there are a few Fortnite characters that you're never going to really use, but you can give recovery candies. Int Crocus is a recovery booster, so you can give him extra recovery candies. There's just a lot of new characters you can now give recovery candies, since con candies do move over to whoever they are supporting if they boost their recovery as well. So, Flampe, Flambe, everyone is pronouncing it a brand new different way. Heals 6 times her recovery in health at the end of each turn for 3 turns, so great recovery candy character. If you hit 3 perfects, then boost the attack of fighter, slasher, shooter-driven, and powerhouse characters, all the types that let new Katakuri legend boost for 3 turns, and prevents you from dying as long as you're above a certain amount of health. Not sure what that is. It might be 50% health. That's what I would bet for 1 turn. So that is resilience for 1 turn. As long as you get hit by only 1 character, if you get hit by 2 characters, you're still gonna die. But giving you a 3-turn attack of fighter, slasher, shooter driven powerhouse, very, very nice. Also a ton of healing. We're gonna skip Katakuri. We're gonna go to 6+ Gear 4. So I do not like this. This is all right, we're done talking about characters. Now it's time for me, Zeenigami, to rant about the next 2 characters. I don't like Snake Man. Snake Man sucks. It's not that Snake Man is bad. Snake Man is great. Snake Man especially is great with 1 Snake Man captain and 1 change gear 4 Luffy captain. Because together they will give all primary color orbs matching. Because you have old Luffy, gear change gear 4 Luffy is a red, blue, and yellow matching captain. 6+ Luffy is now a Dex and Int captain, so you can use them together to give all primary color orbs count as matching. They both boost all characters. New 6+ Luffy now reduces your cooldowns by 1 turn. And if you use his special, he goes up to a 4 times attack boost for all characters and a 4.25 times attack boost after 3 perfects. The problem is they got rid of what Gear Change Luffy was so cool. Like, Gear Change Luffy had like a brand new type of resource to manage. We now wanted to get recovery orbs so that way he could change his form into Tank Man Luffy. It was just cool. You had to hit perfects to charge him up, and you could like use a captain action so you can go in and out of his different forms to reduce damage, and like you can use a special and force yourself to change your form. It was cool. It was nice, and I liked it a lot better than like Big Mom, who sometimes if you use Big Mom Legend Captain, you just don't get any recovery orbs, and Big Mom starts rampaging. It makes things a little bit annoying. Luffy was completely controllable. It was very consistent. It was very powerful, and I loved him. He was fun to use. He was powerful, but he was cool and he was unique. And they gave 6+ Luffy none of that. They just threw all that out the door, and they just made him a 3.25 times captain and made him into a 4 times captain into a 4.25 times captain. So he's incredibly powerful, but they just got rid of everything that made Gear Change Luffy cool. It was awesome to use him, and like you had to hit perfects. You could change him into Gear 3 so that way you can stall on certain stages, so that way you reduce your damage, and then you can change it back into Gear 2 or Gear 4 to do damage. They just threw all that away. Why? They had like the coolest captain in the game with a brand new mechanic, and they just threw it out the door. So annoyed. His special ability is now a 2-stage special, so you can use his stage 1 special also to activate his captain ability. It deals 150 times damage to 1 enemy. Either adds 0.3 to the chain or 0.7 to the chain for 1 turns or 3 turns. Boosts orbs by, at level fully charged, boosts orbs by 175 times for 1 turn. If you hit 3 perfects, boosts it by 2 turns on the next turn. If Lucy is your captain or friend captain, then he also makes all primary color orbs count as matching orbs for all characters for 3 turns. You know, that's great. But, so you can use a Snake Man Luffy with a Gear Change Luffy captain. Together, they give you a lot of matching orbs. They also give you a type boost, like strong type boost and strong orb boost. So if you have an extra Luffy, you can always keep one Luffy around and keep this as a side grade so you can have a second one. But it's really disappointing that they just kind of threw away what made Luffy so cool. Like, Luffy was unique and cool, and they just kind of threw that out the door and got rid of that. A little disappointing. A lot of disappointing. I do not like this design at all. It's just sad. And now we have Katakuri. Katakuri, a Psy powerhouse fighter character. His captain ability boosts the attack of fighters, slashers, shooter, driven, and powerhouse characters by 1.8 times. If they have 2 of those classes, then they boost it by 3.3 times instead. Boosts color affinity of all characters by 1.4 times. And makes red, yellow, recovery, and tandem orbs beneficial for all characters. Heals 50% of the damage you took in the previous stage or the current stage you're on whenever you go to the next stage. So what does this mean, right? So let's talk about the healing effect first. As long as you don't die with Katakuri, whenever you beat a stage, you heal back up all the damage you took. So let's say you start on stage 1, you took like 10,000 damage on stage 1 from a few fodder hits. You go into the next stage, boom, you heal up that 10,000 damage. You stall on turtles, lobsters, you take like another 15,000 damage on turtles and lobsters on stage 2. Next stage, boom, you heal back up to full. Every single stage, boom, you heal back up to full if you have 2 Katakuris. If you have 1 Katakuri, of course, you only heal half of that. That doesn't include stuff that you heal yourself, so if you have a healing special, you also get this healing on top of it, which is nice. It should let you overheal with 6+ Anel, for example. If you use him, the color affinity boost will lower your damage if you're the wrong type. So if you're using Katakuri who is Psy, so he doesn't get any negative effects from that. If you use Katakuri with some strength subs, if you're fighting a quick character, you'll get lower damage. If you're fighting a dex character, you'll get higher damage. And the biggest thing about this that makes this ridiculous is that effectively makes Katakuri a 4.3 times attack captain. If they are a matching color, he's effectively just straight up 4.3 times attack all the time. Ridiculous. He's also Psy, so if you build him just as a Psy team, then you get straight 4.3 times attack on any int characters. Is it 4.6? Let's see. 3.3 times 1.4. Oh, it's 4.6. Oh, wow. Math is wrong. That's a 4.6 times attack captain. That's balanced. That's okay. It's a 4.6 times captain. Seems good, I guess. If you don't, if you're using him as a full side character captain, then he still deals 3.3 times, or he still has a 3.3 times attack captain for all characters. And of course, if you use him as a rainbow captain, you're not going to start your attack. You're not going to end your attack with your strength character against a quick character. So you're going to start with those strength characters, end on that dex character to hit that quick character. Boom, tons and tons of damage with no real downside to that. Now, you don't get any additional health with Katakuri, but being able to heal back up to full after every stage with double Katakuri is so good. He is going to dominate Zero Stamina Islands. He is going to destroy Zero Stamina Islands. I cannot imagine any Zero Stamina Island that even stands a chance against Katakuri, and because Katakuri exists, you watch the next Zero Stamina Island is going to be, oh yeah, use double Katakuri or else, you know, go die. His special ability is what makes Katakuri secondary super ultra awesomely broken AF. So Katakuri's special ability deals type of damage equal to the amount of damage stored or equal to 30 times the amount of damage stored since you use a special. So that is basically 6+ Anel's special ability, but whereas 6+ Anel has to overheal, Katakuri has to take damage. It goes up to a maximum of 6 million damage AoE. Granted, in order to do 6 million damage with Katakuri, you have to take 200,000 damage. Not very effective, but if you use it on, say, a double Shirahoshi team, very likely you can do that. But as a captain, it's unlikely you're ever going to get anywhere near 200,000 damage taken. But just think about how much damage you normally take just by stalling through a regular stage. 5,000 damage on stage 1, 10,000 damage on stage 2, another 8,000 damage on stage 3, maybe take a hit from the stage 4 boss. If you have 25,000 damage taken, Katakuri now deals... Oh, you know what? I don't need to imagine. So let's just say you take 25,000 damage over a run. You don't have to die, because as soon as you take 6,000 damage, next stage you heal back up to full. You're not even actually taking this damage. This is 25,000 damage spaced out over like 6 stages. Or 5 stages. That's really easy to do. That's only 5,000 damage per stage. Multiply that by 30, you now deal 750,000 damage to all characters. Not too insane, but very reasonable. Especially for not having to try anything for a special. If you could take maybe 50,000 damage, like let's say you're trying to take damage on Katakuri, you take 50,000 damage without having to use like healers or anything like that. That's now 1.5 million damage to all characters. Pretty nice without having to use like a double Shirahoshi captain or anything like that. And of course, this number just goes up. Now, if it were that alone, would it be insane? It would be like a worse Enel if it were that alone. But here's the thing. Is that Katakuri also adds 15 times the amount of damage you take to your regular attacks. That's basically Inuarashi special ability is basically Sabo's special ability, Treasure Map Shank's special ability as typeless damage to your attacks. So let's say we go back to that 25,000 damage that you took. You now have an extra 375 damage for all your characters, which is 2.2 million damage with your auto attacks from Katakuri special with only 25,000 damage taken. If you go all the way up to the full 200,000, you will get 3 million damage per attack for a total of 18 million damage. It's pretty good. It's pretty okay. The big thing about Katakuri is that his captain ability is really what makes his special ability so good. Without having to worry about your health, you can easily get over 25,000 damage tanking. And all of this with the affinity stacks on top of regular boosts. So that color affinity boost from this captain ability does not stop you from using a color affinity special ability. So let's say you have a double Katakuri team. Let's look at this Katakuri team, right? Like I said, let's maybe like 37,000 damage for how much you took. Double Katakuri with 100 attack candies on all your characters. Use one Katakuri special. That's going to do 1.4 million damage to all the characters and brings you up. That's an additional 2.5 million damage. So that kills stage 4 without even trying on the Coliseum. Next stage, you use the other Katakuri. You use Hachan, you use Zoro-sanji, you use Shanks, you use Hina. Pow. It's pretty good. It's pretty okay. It's pretty alright. And let's say you're doing this on like a 0 stamina, which is why I said Katakuri is going to demolish 0 staminas. Because not only do you heal up after every stage, so 0 staminas now you can stall so easily on 0 stamina islands. But also, you get like ridiculous amount of damage just on one Katakuri special. It's pretty okay damage. New highest damage in the game without having to use like weird map effects or weird treasure map effects. You can also use him on like a Shirahoshi team. Just standard double Shirahoshi team. 6+ Enel as a sub. Katakuri as a sub also. Of course, Kid, because who doesn't like Kid on a Shirahoshi team? Here, you can heal a ton, so Enel gets overhealing. You can take a ton of damage, so Katakuri gets damage taken. And then you just need anyone else, so that way you can stall. 6 million damage from Katakuri. 5 million damage from Enel. Tons of damage from Kid. Maybe slap a law in here so that way you can make sure you go through barriers. Boom. Great team. Super good team. I am really worried about the type of things that Katakuri is going to make us have to fight. Because a lot of things, like, so the downside of Katakuri, right? Like, if we think about this, we take a step back, and we think about what Katakuri's weaknesses are. Katakuri's weaknesses is that you have to stall more. Right? You have to stall more. That's one of 6 plus NL's weaknesses, that you have to stall in order to charge up 6 plus NL. 6 plus NL is one of the best legends in the game. And now, not only do you get the nuke from 6 plus NL, that's all NL does. He just does 5 million damage nuke. Katakuri does a huge ass nuke, but also gives you the highest Sabo damage in the game. Up to 3 million damage per attack with Sabo damage. This is ridiculous. Unrealistic to think that you're going to stall for 200,000 damage unless you're on a 0 stamina island, but it is ridiculous damage. I don't like Katakuri. I mean, I love him. He's OP as fuck. And he's coming out on the next treasure map. Next Sugafest coming out real soon. Boosted on all 3 days. And I'm just disappointed in Luffy. And here I am just disappointed in Luffy. Getting rid of the most fun part of Gear Change Gear 4. And what are you gonna do, right? Gear Change, or version 2 Katakuri, really good. Really good. The only thing I would say that makes Katakuri not so broken that I'm like gonna flip my table right now is that he doesn't boost all characters. I mean, he doesn't work with striker characters, so he doesn't work with a Nell sub, he doesn't work with a Shirahoshi sub, or at least not giving them the full 3 times attack boost. You still get to use them as a team to get the 1.8 times attack boost plus affinity, but you don't get the full 3 times attack boost on like the Shirahoshi or an Nell, which would have been really nice. Anyways, guys, I'm sick. Yes, I know you can hear it in my nasally ass voice, but I am sick. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good luck if you're doing Sugafest pulls. I'll probably be doing Sugafest pulls myself. Not pulling. If you're looking for the Sugafest rates, there is a post on Reddit that has a great infographic that we can see who is boosted on which days. I'm gonna be pulling probably on day 2, so that way I can try to get Katakuri or Carrot, so I can use them on speed teams, which would be nice. And that'll be during Anniversary Sugos. It's a new 2.5 times legend rate, so the highest rate of legends in the game so far. I've been Zeenigami, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.